So welcome to Ego the Skill Provider again with a very fantastic lesson. So what I have already informed you, my friends, to speak English fluently, just like native speaker, you need two things. One is called something called tense and time, something is there. That's the basic, that's called the Bible of English. So apart from that, you need something called correct collocation that is going to rectify your mistakes, and you are going to add ornament. That's add beauty to your spoken English. And what is that? That is something called phrasal verb. Okay. So phrasal verb plays a very crucial role shaping of your communication. ଯଦି ଆପଣ phrasal verb ପଢୁଛନ୍ତି ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଇଂଲିଶ ଟା ପୁରା ମାନେ energetic. Okay. So today I have picked up a very fantastic phrasal verb for you and very day to day life रे आपण बहुत व्यवहार करते. It has been used throughout your day. I mean day to day life. Like whenever you go out, if you are at office, you are at home, something like that. You need to use this phrasal verb. So I'm not going to waste your time. Let's get started. I'm going to share the screen. So something called phrasal verb related to what you can check it out. Phrasal verb get. Get is something called the phrasal verb, and I want to take you through something called phrasal verb related to get. So this is a very common phrasal verb, my friends. Absolutely very common. This is a very common verb. Get is a very common verb. Okay. So there are so many phrasal verbs available, but I have listed out only 6 phrasal verbs with get, where you can use it to speak English fluently and with that much of speed. That is called the breakneck speed. तो ମୁଁ ଏଇ ଜିନିଷ କହିବାର ଉଦ୍ଦେଶ୍ୟ କଣ ହଉଛି, let me tell you my friends, ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଦିଟା ଗୋଟେ କନସେପ୍ଟ ଖରାପ ଥିଲା ଯେ ଲାଇକ୍ ଯେ ସାର୍ phrasal verb ବୋଧେ ଖାଲି ପରୀକ୍ଷା ପାଇଁ ପଢାଯାଏ. It's not like that. If you are trying to speak with a foreigner, if you are trying to have a conversation with a foreigner, or foreigner means native speaker. Look, New Zealand guy is a foreigner for you, and an American guy is a foreigner for you. And upon Bhavantu, there is another guy. Who is that guy? Like upon Sri Lanka, he's a foreigner. Anybody who is outside India is a foreigner for you. So ମୁଁ ଯେତେବେଳେ କହୁଛି native speaker ମାନେ English ଟା ଯୋଉଠି actually ମାତୃଭାଷା ହିସାବରେ ବ୍ୟବହାର କରାଯାଏ. That is called American English, and you can say like few countries where English is the mother tongue also. But in India, we take only 2 standards worldwide. Upon today, basically we take 2 standards. Like one is called British English, and that is called American English. British English because of that 200 years Sasan korte, and that's why you're learning that English. And American English because of business, because hegemony, because of powerfulness. Upon janchandi America is one of the powerful nations in the world, and jete so big amaro achi Google, Twitter, Facebook, upon jaha bi use korchon. Right now Zoom re achandi, Zoom belongs to America. Microsoft belongs to America. Upon janchandi so, okay. So because of their hegemony in all sphere of life, be it in defense sector, be it in business, like obviously ଆପଣ ମାନଙ୍କ ମନରେ ଗୋଟେ ଥିବ ଯେ क्वेश्चन ଥିବ ଯେ American English ଟାକୁ ଆମେ କାଇଁ ପଢୁ, British English ତ ଗୋଟେ ପଢିଲେ American English କାଇଁ ପଢିବା, why this much of headache for it? So we are slave, ଆମେ କିଛି କରିପାରିବାନି, just like because of the fact that କଣ ପାଇଁ ଜିନିଷଟା ହଉଛି, as you are aware, America is a one of the biggest country in the world. ତା ସହିତ ତାର ଅନେକ ଗୋଟେ power ଅଛି, like we can use business is the motive. ଆପଣ ଯେତେ ସବୁ ଅଛନ୍ତି, ଆପଣ IT sector ରେ କାମ କରିବେ. Do you know that 90% of the corporate are based out of Washington, California, or like Silicon Valley. ଆପଣ ଶୁଣିଥିବେ Silicon Valley. So obviously a lot of things happens in America, means ଯାହା ବି ସେଠି ହଉଛି problem, so we have to learn it. We have no other choice. Actually ଆପଣ ଛାଡ଼ିଲେ ମଧ୍ୟ ରହିପାରିବେ. You have to learn it. Okay, so that's why. But this phrasal verb is very common. There's no American, no British. It's very common things, like you can find it in American English, you can find it in British English, right? So collocation and phrasal verb, there are 2 things different, but there is some words like a vocabs, there's a difference, and a grammar structure, spelling, and you can find it out for everything. So let's confine our discussion to phrasal verb. So what you can find it out, we have get around, get through, get off, get up, get down, get across. So let me start it something called get around. What is get around? sometimes it happens every day आपण देखना like no आपण एटा भूल जाते आपण केनता रिलेट करी मु कहितली आपण को मु जते कि फ्रेजल वर्ब देलानी आपण ताको यूज करि पर न करि पर उद्देश्य कोन होची you are not trying to relate to yourself आपण relate करि परना it's not about घुसी कासी के मन रखियो बनी let me tell you it's very difficult to memorize everything it's very difficult because if I'm going to give you 200 200 or 300 500 simulations daily आपण भाबुछंती it's easy for you to remember all the things but you can easily remember if you just relate to a situation ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ situation ଟାକୁ relate କରିଦବା so you can easily understand let me give an example get around what is get around देखंतु आपण ଗୋଟେ କାମ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହୁଁଛ କିନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ ଜାଣିଥିବେ ଆପଣ ବାବା ତାକୁ allow କରିବେ ଆପଣ କଣ କରନ୍ତି ବାବାଙ୍କୁ ଟିକେ ମନେଇବା ପାଇଁ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରନ୍ତି ମାମାଙ୍କଠୁ କିଛି ପଇସା ପାଇବାର ଅଛି କେତେ ଆପଣ ଅଭିନୟ କରନ୍ତି ମାମା କାଗରେ ଆପଣ ଜାଣି ବସ୍ କ ପାଖରେ କିଛି ମାନେ ଛୁଟି ପାଇବାର ଅଛି ଆପଣ କେମିତି ପାଖରେ ଯାଇ କୁହନ୍ତି ଆପଣ ଭଲ ଭାବରେ ଜାଣି so that is called get around means to pursue a pursue ମାନେ ମନେଇବା pursue a person to do something by doing something nice for them ଆପଣ ତା ପାଇଁ ଟିକେ ଭଲ କାମ କରି ତାକୁ ଟିକେ ମାନେ just like no ମସ୍କା ମାରିବା like ତାକୁ ଟିକେ ପ୍ରେଜ୍ କରିବା ଆଉ ସାର୍ ମୁଁ ଟିକେ ଆସୁଛି ସାର୍ ଆପଣ ଟିକେ କାମ କରିଦେବେ ଆଉ ସାର୍ ଗୋଟିଏ ଦିନ ପ୍ଲିଜ ସାର୍ ଗୋଟିଏ ଦିନ like you are trying to pursue you're trying to pursue somebody and so that you want to do some things by doing nice things for them it happens in your personal life it happens in your professional life right so ଆପଣ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଘରେ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଚାହୁଁଛନ୍ତି କିଛି ଗୋଟେ କରିବା ପାଇଁ and you know your father your mom is not going to allow you are trying to get around so get around means you know pursue some things to do whatever you want to do and nice things to do for them by doing nice ଆପଣ କିଛି ମାନେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ପ୍ରେସ୍ କରନ୍ତି ବା କିଛି କାମ କରି ଦିଅନ୍ତି like that you feel that the boss will be very happy at office so ଆପଣ ଆରାମ ସେ ପାଇବେ so this is the same let me give you an example it is not easy to get around the boss you know my boss is very tough it's very difficult for me to get around means କାହାକୁ ମନେଇବା କେମିତି ମନେଇବା ଆପଣ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି you know ଗୋଟେ ଲୋକକୁ କେମିତି ମନା ଯାଏ ଆପଣ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି it's all about trying to agree make him agree to do certain things for you while ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ boss ଅଛି very you know very tough guy ତ ତଥାପି ଆପଣ ତା ପାଖରେ ଯାଇକି ସାର୍ ନମସ୍କାର ଆସିते you are trying to you know create a story ଆପଣ ଯେମିତି ହେଲେ ମଧ୍ୟ persuade କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହାନ୍ତି so that persuasion is something called get around but upon कहबे sir why get around is something can't I use persuade the persuade is a you know is an isolated word it is an isolated word अपन खाली जे persuade करिवे that is not the right way you can get around means अपन का पाखरे बोलछंती जाउछंती कथाता होछंती trying to do something positive work for me after that you are getting the approval for each and everything amar se अच्छी we have to do in our personal life in our professional life we always get around our seniors to get the approval of something so that is called get around आपण केमती कोन आपण सांगो कोन केनी आपण like no from टिके जाय बॉस पाखरे बसे टिके कथा करी छुट्टी ने बिना जेंती हेले आपण you are trying to say like this how you can say like this you can say let me go through and get around the boss so that I can get suppose आपण एमती भी घरे कोनती धरंतु आपण you are bachelor guy and आपण मामा कोनती जे मु सेठी जिवा पई मामा को नै बाबा मना करिवे जिवा बाबा को छाड़ देना मु ताको मन नै दे that is called get around so get around means to persuade somebody to do something that you want by doing nice things for them you are trying to praise them you are trying to do something nice thing for them so they will agree whatever you want to do so that is I have given an example it is not easy to get around the boss it is not easy to get around the boss that is the things you can say like okay there's so many examples are there you can give it and something called get through means to complete a task let me tell you again I'm going to tell you so आपण जेतले मु कहूची जे जो एक्सप्लेनेशन वाला दोउची I'm going to give this explanation तो आपण कभी सर एक्सप्लेनेशन तो आपको बहुत भल लागुची we know complete माने गोटे टास्क टे कंप्लीट करिवा that is very easy why should I use get through what is the need of that let me tell you this is called effortless English I request everyone to mute it is something called effortless English what is effortless English It's very, you whenever you say persuade, look at the things you are trying to put a lot of pressure on here and check it out. The moment you are trying to do that, you are trying to put a lot of pressure here. I already informed you. And this is not natural also. Apanaku natural ହେଇପାରେ because you are non-native speaker. Why can't you understand that? Try to understand, my friends. You are a non-native speaker. You, I, everybody who are sitting over here right now, we are non-native speaker. So ଆମେ ସେ word ଟା ପିଲାଦିନୁ ପଢିଛେ complete, ଆମେ ତ ସେଟା ଭଲ ଲାଗୁଛି, ଏଟା complete ହେଇଗଲାଣି, ଆମେ ଛୋଟ ପିଲା ବେଳୁ complete ଏଇ word ଟା complete କରିସାରିଲାଣି, ମୋର କାମ complete ହେଇଗଲାଣି, ତ ଆମକୁ ଲାଗୁଛି ସେଟା natural word. Absolutely the opposite is true. Complete is something that not natural. Get through is something called, get through is something called natural. So that is something called, it's just like, speak English just like a native speaker. Because those who are trying to work in corporate tomorrow, a lot of people are there. You are trying to appear in an exam. Do you know that almost what is given to all this? There will be 5 to 6 or 7, 8 questions should be there around for this kind of. They are not going to ask a single question. They are going to ask like this. What do you know? Get through that. Get around. Get on. Get out. Get across. All the things. So it is quite difficult and quite easy for you. But once you relate, upon relate karo. For example, let me tell you, as we are going up, I mean, what lesson पढ़ी जानी यदि प्रतिदिन मु 5 6 टा आपन दोची, let me tell something in Oriya आपन relate कर करिए ताकू यदि 6 टा हम पढ़ते मासे रा में 150 200 पढ़ले, do you think 200 words it's easy for you? And all are get off, get through, get down, very confusing. तो सेति में मु आपन कहली try to relate गोटे situation को relate करो. Our question already, our teaching is something called situation based learning, that I have called it something called SBL. Upon जो मान नहीं coaching with me, you can easily understand. I say something called SBL. What is SBL? Situation based learning. We have to create the situation. It is all about the situation. Okay. Whenever I say situation, this is called situation based learning. So create a situation. Move get around the code व्यवहार करेगी. Yes, every day I'm going to office. I'm trying to persuade my boss. You are trying to, those working in corporate sector, TL, GL, corporate manager, you are trying to, persuade. That is called get around. Persuade your father, your mother, you want to go out, bike and you have less money, let it be 20, 30,000 less, you have that much of money. So while you are trying to get around your father, you get around your mom to get that money. So get around is a very common, what you can get. You can say, hey, guys, don't go there, don't get around me. So get around money. So that is why it's very important to learn. This is something called this phrasal verbs. Okay. So get through means to complete a task. To complete a task, like have you got through your English test? Have you got through something called have you got through something called your test? Have you got through this newspaper? So got through means to complete a task, whatever the task has been assigned to you, whether it is at your office, at your home, right? Have you got through it? Have you got through it? That means have you completed the task that you have given? Suppose I am the manager. Suppose Abhinash sir is my employee who is working under me. I have given some task. So after half an hour, I can call. Okay, Abhinash, please come to my way. So I'm sitting in the bay. I'm asking Abhinash, come. Have you gone through that? Have you get through that? So I'm going to get through my phone. Means have you completed the task? Look, whenever you are trying to, have you get through it? Look, very natural. Have you completed the task I have given to you? My God, lengthy. And this is something called lengthy English. It's not looks actual. You have to speak in very natural. That's the main idea of learning this phrasal. Okay. So something called get through means to complete a task. Have you gone through the English test? Have you gone through the newspaper I have given you? Have you got through? Gone through means gone through and got through. It's entirely different. Gone through means you have gone and for investigation. It's a kind of I have gone through the newspaper. That means it is something that you're overlooking. But got through means I have completed the entire things. I have gone, I mean, I've read everything out of it. Suppose mate gote tax diya haytala, whatever the tax I have given to, I completed that. Yes, I got through it. I got through it. That means I completed it. Whatever I have given. Okay. Something called get off. Get up means that's a very nice word you guys are using. Okay. So, bus, train, taxi, whenever you are trying to get up, that means you are trying to leave. You are trying to leave a bus, train, and taxi. Oh, lazy it's trying to get up. Okay, get up, get up, get up. Like that, you're telling. Suppose my friend is, my friend is, Sanjay is just sitting beside him, and he is just like sleeping. It's already Puri. We are trying to reach Puri to visit Lord Jagannath. So that time I can Sanjay, it's time to get up. Get up here. Why are you sleeping right? Get up. That means to leave the bus, train, and taxi, whatever you are trying to ride that time. So this is something called get up. So it looks very natural. That's what I'm going to tell you. Okay. Something called get up. That is something opposite of get up. Get up, get up. Get up means to get into a bus, taxi, or train. Wait, I'm getting on the bus. Suppose I'm trying to take a call. Somebody's calling me up. How can I say? Okay, wait. I'm just getting onto the bus. Getting on. I'm getting on the bus. I'm getting on the train. Okay. So what you're doing right now, I'm getting on the train. Just wait for 5 minutes. I'll get back to you very quick. So something called get on and get out. Get on money. I mean, chodiga juta. Gadre chodiga. Train chodiga. Get off. That is polite. So that is get off and get on. So these are the words. No, you can use it very frequently, man. It's not only for academic purpose or writing. That's only for spoken English. Use it, and get that pulse of a native speaker. Get that flavor of a native speaker. The way a native speaker speak, if you're using that, you can speak it just like a native speaker. Like one madam was telling, sir, please you turn off your voice. I love it, the way it has been said. Because in that certain situation, you cannot ask your boss, please come loudly. You are not a teacher there. You are under his employee, he will fire you off, man. So you have to use proper, like, sir, I'm taking a corporate English. What this is called corporate English, my friends? Complete corporate English. Apno boss ko kohibe apno voice padhantu boli. Please improve your voice, increase your voice, enhance your voice. He'll be firing you one. So always think that you have to speak English such a way that it looks very natural. Sir, please turn off your voice. I'm audible. It's not audible for me, sir. Could you please turn off your voice? Absolutely. Then sir, actually she shanta is very word. That is something called speak English naturally. Okay. Something called get up and get on. Something called get down. Get down means to make someone sad. Whenever you have become sad, look at his story really got me sad. His story really got me sad. Means he was telling a story of his life, something like that. After listening to the story, I become sad. That is called got down. Oh, it's completely, it is just like, I got down after hearing the story. Got down means sad. And don't, you can say sad. You can say like this, sir, sad is a very common word. I can use it. Why should I use this got down? It's a very long word. That's the problem with our culture. आमे जोटाକୁ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି ଆମେ ଭାବୁଛୁ ସେଟା ହଉଛି perfect English କିନ୍ତୁ ଆମେ ଜାଣି ପାରୁନାହାନ୍ତି ଆମେ actually native speaker ନୁହନ୍ତି କେହି we are non native speaker we are learning it as a second language ଆମେ second language ପଢିକି ଆମେ ଭାବୁଛନ୍ତି ଆମେ ଏଟା natural ବୋଲି no this is natural and that is unnatural no it's boring because that is nothing called unnatural that's a good English so okay, I'm sad there's nothing on it but after listening that I completely got out the way of speaking upon a Hollywood movie you can find video of 60, 70, 80 words of a particular character. But a movie character so you just check out a hero, heroine, or something like villains, or whoever the character is there. Let me tell you, if you are going through that, you can easily find it out, my friends. You can easily find it out that there will be 60 to 70, only this kind of forms will be there. And that's because it looks very natural. Okay. The next one is called Get across. Get across is something called a very typical corporate communication English. So when corporate kaam karuchhanti ba kaam karibe, this is going to be good. Get across. To succeed in communicating your voice. Look, everybody wants to, suppose ମୁଁ କିଛି ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହୁଁ, forget about corporate English. As a mentor, ଆପଣ ମୋତେ believe କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ଆପଣ ଆସି ମୋ ସହିତ join କରୁଛନ୍ତି. 8:30, 9 o'clock is time to take a rest. But still coming from working throughout the day and coming here, it's quite difficult, I know. Very. But still you are, you must be enjoying the classes. So ଆପଣ ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ମୁଁ ଯୋଉ ମେସେଜଟା ଦଉଛି ସେଟା ଆପଣଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ପହଞ୍ଚୁଛି ନା ନାହିଁ, I should know that. Whether I'm getting across my voice, I'm getting across my message. That's for getting across. That means to succeed in communicating a message, we are trying to look. Message means there is some hidden fact is there. Suppose we a message those guys, look, phrasal verb is very important. You have to learn it. You have to do it. You have to do like that. You have to do like this. So ମୁଁ କହିବାର ଉଦ୍ଦେଶ୍ୟ କ'ଣ ହେଉଛି ଯେ ଆପଣମାନେ phrasal verb ଟାକୁ ମଧ୍ୟ ଗୋଟେ seriously ପଢ଼ନ୍ତୁ. Because in today or tomorrow or time and again some other way ଆପଣ କୋଉଠି ନା କୋଉଠି ଏଟା କାମରେ ଆସିବ. Obviously it is going to help you all, and that's the right way to speak naturally. ଆପଣ ଯୋଉମାନେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି voice and accent training ପାଇଁ, without phrasal verbs voice and accent training ହେଇପାରିବନି. That's quite difficult because this is the easy way you can speak English. So get across means whenever you're trying to communicate, you're trying to you succeed in communicating a message. Upon your message that so I can say, let me give an example. Like I believe my voice or my message get across. My voice get across. You need to practice how to get across, how get your message across in English, like that. So get across means, let me give an example. Like message that amar jaha bhi achi, what's an idea, forget about the message. It's create a complicated situation for you. Apna bhabantu, it's just like something called an idea. You are trying to get across the team. तमारे प्रत्येक team member जो मैंने join करछी ताको पाखे एटा पहुंच, they should know that. Everybody should have come to know it. So that is called get across. I'm able to get my voice across the team. Get across the team. So this is something called communicating or succeeding to spread something called idea among the team members. That happens. So suppose why it is communicate, it is going to help you out. Like ଧରନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ ଟିମ୍ ମେମ୍ବର କିଛି କହୁଛି, you are TA, I am GA or I am your manager. ତ ଆପଣ କହିଲେ ସାର୍ ମୁଁ ଟିମ୍ ମେମ୍ବର ମାନଙ୍କୁ କହୁଛି କିନ୍ତୁ ସେମାନେ କାମ କରୁନାହାନ୍ତି, and your voice, boss will come and castigate and he'll screw like anything until maybe your voice is not getting across the team member. I'm sure you are not a good manager because your voice is not getting across the team member. ତା ମାନେ କ'ଣ ସେ କହିବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହୁଁଛି ଆପଣ ଯୋଉ ମେସେଜଟା ଦଉଛନ୍ତି ସେଟା ମେସେଜଟା ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ପହଞ୍ଚି ପାରୁନି. ତ ଯଦି ଆମେ ତାକୁ ଇଂଲିଶରେ କହିବା, forget about get across, ଆମେ କେମିତି କହିବା? Perhaps whatever you are going to tell, it's not reaching to the each and each member of your team. So boring. Get across the team members. Are you getting your voice across the team members? Like that. So once you go through all the things, look, I'm not going to teach you, in two types of get or there are so many verbs are there. Put rakichi, peak rakichi, like that. I'm going to give you only 5 to 6 or 7 max to max. And you have to practice it. You have to practice. Starting from Monday, you have to do practice. So this is all about something called the phrasal verb related to get. So I believe the class was pretty clear to you. Any doubt you can ask me.